Hi all, in this we are going to study about the new syntax released with ABAP 7.4, 7.5. So first is value operator. So like earlier programmer used to fill up the work area and then append it to the internal table, which was very time consuming. So now with the value operator with minimal coding, we can declare the internal table and add entries to the internal table. So let's see one by one how we can use the value operator. So now with the help of value operator, we can easily create internal table and add entries to it. We can read the particular entry from internal table in a single line. So let's see one by one. So first I am using it to create a work area. We all know a work area has a single record. So let's see. So here I have declared one structure which has two fields, name and role. Okay, so now I'm going to create a work area using inline declaration. Okay, using value operator. So we all know for inline declaration our syntax is data and inside the bracket our variable name. So let's write that. So we are writing data and wa1 is our name of variable which I want to be a work area. Okay, so now I will write the value keyword. After that I will give space, and now we have to give the type. Okay, so like we want wa1 to be a work area, so this time our type should be a structure. Okay, so my structure name is ty underscore emp, so we are going to write ty underscore emp. So we are defining the type explicitly, and it will create work area because our type is structure. So after providing the type, which is my structure here, ty underscore emp structure, and because of structure, wa1 will be a work area. If ty underscore emp was a table type, then wa1 would have been an internal table. So this is a work area. Now after this, we will use bracket space, and now we can add the values. Like we have two fields, name and role. So write name equal to whatever value you want to be there. Like writing this, and whatever value you want to populate, you can just write there. Okay, and then space and back bracket close and then full stop. So now let's see. Okay, so now I want to display what is in WA1. So I have just used this class and method for display. So let's now execute and see. So now you can see that WA1 is a work area holding one record. The name and role is as we had given. So we can see in a single line we created a work area, and this was inline declaration. Okay. Now let's do without the inline declaration. That is, if we declare the work area already using data. Okay, so let's remove this line, and now let's just declare the work area first as we used to do earlier using the data. So I'm going to declare work area wa1 using data. So write data wa1 type structure. Okay. Now I want to populate WA1. We know WA1 has one record with the name and role fields. So I want to populate that. So we can do that in a single line using value operator. So because right here WA1 equal to, we will use a keyword value. Okay, now since wa1 is already declared, so we don't need to provide the type here again. Okay, so I will just write here hashtag. Earlier we gave the type because that was inline declaration, but now because we already have declared, right, like this hashtag will be replaced by ty underscore emp. Okay, during the runtime. So now again give the bracket and populate it as usual. Write something name equal to some Sam, role equal to developer, space, bracket, full stop. Now again activate it. Okay, so we don't have to give any space after hashtag, otherwise it will give the syntax error. So value space hashtag, no space, bracket, and after that space. Okay, so now we can run it again, so we can see the output again. We have our whatever we entered there in the work area. So we saw how to create the work area using both inline declaration and the way we used to do earlier. So here we hashtag will be replaced by your type, because wa1 is already declared, which is of type ty. So here wa1, the computer knows that the wa1 is of type ty underscore emp. So if you want to know more about inline declaration, then that is in my another video. So you must be knowing the inline declaration before studying about the new value of new syntax. Okay. So now let's see if we want to create another work area of similar type. So how we can do that again in a single line. Suppose now I want to create another work area 2, and the type same type ty underscore emp. So how we can do that, let's see. So now I will write here, I'm doing inline data and then the name of the work area. Okay, now we will write value, then space, after that hashtag, and then without space bracket. And now we will write base keyword. So this base keyword is very important. Base wa1 means now we want the type of wa2 to be same as wa1. Okay, and then we can give our fields. We can populate the fields like we were doing. Name equal to, okay, so in wa1 we have the name Sam and role dev. Now here suppose I am giving some name abc and role equal to def, and now we check. So now you can see here also we didn't specify the type, because we have given here base wa1. So we at the runtime hashtag will be replaced by the type of wa1. So let's do the pretty printer, and now let's see the output. So now you can see that our, okay, so now here in the display, instead of we're displaying wa1, so we have to give wa2, and now activate. We want to see the contents of wa2. Now execute. So now you can see that wa2 is another work area with the name abc role def. Okay. So using value we can declare our work area in a single line. Okay, so now suppose I don't give the role, because this is a work area, the type is structure, so it will be having only one record. So in case of work area, like our row will be replaced, like here base wa1 name equal to abc, and here it was Sam, so Sam will be replaced by abc, and because the role is not given, so the original role will be retained. So let's see again. So you can see it's ABC and dev. So if you are not providing the new value in case of okay, so now suppose I have removed the name and given only the role. So now you can see that our old name Sam will be retained, and because the new role is given, so DEV will be replaced by DEF. Okay, and because we have given base WA1, so hashtag will be replaced by the type of WA1 during the runtime. So we don't need to provide the type explicitly here. Okay, so this is how we can create work area and populate it. Now let's see how to use the value operator in internal table. Now we want to create an internal table, so let's define a table type. So let's use the types to define a table type. So we are going to write types, the name of the table type, let it be tt underscore emp. Then we will write type table of. Type table of, and then we will write the name of the structure, so it will create a table type because we have written type table of. Okay, now we are using the value operator. So when we are defining the table type, then it should be written along with key. So we will either write with empty key or with default key, and if you miss this, then you will get a syntax error. So I've written with empty key. So this is a table. So tt underscore emp is a table type. Okay, now like if we want internal table, then the type in the value operator should be table type, and if we want work area, then type was structure. So this time the type should be table type. So now let's again declare an internal table using inline declaration. So just write here data, the bracket, name of the table, that will be itab1, then equal to, then write value keyword, and here the type should be a table type, which is tt underscore emp. So this is very important. So now itab1 is of type table type, so itab1 will be an internal table. Okay, now again give the bracket, and now internal table is having multiple records, so inside each bracket we will be having records. So one main bracket, and inside these brackets we will be writing our value of row. Let's see, like suppose I want to create 3 entries, so I've written here 3 brackets. This is the main bracket, close. Now inside these 3 brackets, let's suppose I want my first row name to be amk role equal to something q. Then in the second bracket, another record will be added like this only. And the third record, let's add the third row also. So here I forgot the quotes. So I've added my third record name as JK, role as E, and after TT underscore EMP, after the type, we don't have to keep the space. So the bracket is without this, I mean, after EMP and this bracket, there should be no space. Okay, and but here, when in these records, this is all in, I mean, with space, like bracket space, then name, and then after also space. Okay, so this is the format, otherwise it will keep the syntax error. So like here we added these 3 entries, and here I in the display I've given item1. So let's see again, activate it, and let's see again the output. second, it's inactive, activated. So now you can see our item 1 entries. Item 1 is created also, and the entries, there are 3 rows to it. Okay, so in case of internal table, we can do like this. We have to just remember that here when we are providing the type explicitly in case of inline declaration, then the type should be table type. Because we are doing inline declaration, then we have to provide the type. And if we are already declaring item 1, then we can use hashtag here. Okay, so we will do that also. Now we will also declare internal table and use it that way. So now let's declare the internal table using data. Data, let's create the internal table. So we will write data, name of the table item 1, type table of, and the name of the structure. So this time our internal table item 1 is already created. So now we don't need to give the data again here. We will remove the inline declaration syntax here. So just let write item 1. Now again item 1, already know that it has been created with the type of ty and type table of ty underscore emp. So we can now just replace the type here with hashtag. And now during runtime the hashtag is replaced by a type table of ty underscore emp. Like now we know that item 1 is an internal table. Okay, and rest of the thing is fine because this is an internal table. So all the records need to be inside, all the rows need to be inside the bracket. Even if we are giving creating the internal table with one record, then it should be inside bracket, separate bracket. Okay, so here I'm creating 3 entries. So now again check, let's do the pretty printer. Okay, it's ty underscore these small sticks. Let's activate it. So now we can see again we have the same output. So either using the inline declaration or like using our conventional method, we can uh, do this. So you can see that here using the value operator in the one line only we have added 3 entries to the internal table, which earlier we used to do one by one using work area. Okay. Uh,